Hey English 111 students, I'm going to try to do one more video here to show you or talk to you a little bit about in-text citation. I know that's where there's going to be some confusion because the works cited page, you just follow the directions in the book and you make it look like the pattern that's given to you at the end of the MLA section. But the citations within the paper can be a little confusing because the examples can be slightly abstract. So what I've done is really kind of distilled to the essential information. There's multiple ways that this can be done. There are lots of nuances and special cases, but as long as you get the basics down, that's all I'm going to be looking for in this last paper, and that's all I'm going to be concerned about that you're able to remember or identify. The key, of course, is always follow the book, make sure yours looks like the book, and everything will be just fine. First thing I want to do is show you up here, I've got a works cited page. I'm going to be kind of stepping back and forth in front of it. You don't need to copy this down, but it gives you an idea. If this were the works cited page from your paper, then how would I cite these sources within my book? Here's the key. This is important. This is critical. If you remember this, you remember most of what you need to know in this one simple principle. You'll see that each of these has a beginning, either word or author. Most of them, of course, start with an author, but if, for example, on the third one here, there is no author, then you would start with whatever is next. That's the title of the article that's there. So it's alphabetical, Jones, then Marks, and then start your own business. These three are my sources on my works cited page. Here's the key I've been talking about. The in-text citation, after your quote or paraphrase, what goes in that little parenthetical, the only purpose of that information is to find it easily, alphabetically here. Okay? So if we keep that in mind, everything will be good. Let me give you an example. If I have a sentence, here's my quote, then my parenthetical, followed by a period. That's the way it's going to look in your paper. Quote, then a space, parenthetical, then the punctuation goes out here. The punctuation doesn't go inside the quotation marks, even if it's there in the original quote, you put it out here at the end. So what do I need to put here to find the information out alphabetically? It would either be Jones or Marks or the first part of the title. That's all I need, all right? So let's say I'm taking it from the first one. It would say Jones. Now I see the word Jones, I go to my works cited page and there's Jones, I can see it, I get all the extra information that I need. If page numbers are given, if page numbers are provided, those page number, whatever the quote comes from, would go here as well, but only if the pages are provided already. Don't put paragraph numbers or anything in like that. So here's Jones, Jones, page 3, if the page is required. There is no P or P period or commas or punctuation. It's recorded just like this. So the second example, of course, if it were Marks, it would be Marks and a page number. If no page number, then just leave the last name of the author. Here, what do we do if I don't have an author's name? Here's my quote, quotation mark, parenthetical, punctuation on the outside of the parenthetical. What would go in here? Well, if it's a three words or less in a title, use the whole title in your parenthetical because that's relatively brief. If it's longer than 3 words, only use what would be required to find it alphabetically. Well, I have the word start. Can I find the word start alphabetically in a 4-word title? And this, yes, Jones, Marks, start, there it is. I know what I have. If there's a page number provided, it says it comes from page 14, then page 14 is going to go here. Only the page that the quote comes from, not all the pages that are included, just the page for the quote or the paraphrase. Notice that this is in quotation marks. It's in quotation marks because the title here is in quotation marks. If the title is italicized, then it would be italicized. So either way, it's either quoted or italics, quotation marks or italics, it would be in quotation marks or italics here as well. That's the basic, simple principle about how to do in-text citations. You can do it multiple ways. You can say according to such and such author and then give the author's name. If you do that, then you can put the information at the end as well. I'm not going to be nitpicky about whether you've doubled up that information. I'm going to be looking for this, that you have a parenthetical, the punctuation goes outside the parenthetical, you have either a last name or the beginning of a title in the order that I would find it, wherever I would find it on the works cited page at the beginning of the information, and that it's cited this way. All of your citations, all of your sources should look like this. If I look at an in-text citation, and I'm finding something like The Gift and the Giver, this title out here, or maybe Hawthorne Books or something like that, it's obviously going to be incorrect because I have to hunt through all this information to try to find it. That's not the purpose of the in-text citation. The in-text citation is not to give me a bunch of extra information. It's only to give me enough to find it quickly and easily on the Works Cited page. So Jones or Start or Marks is going to be the words that occur in the parenthetical. After that, it's good to go. You will have an assignment coming up. It's actually going to be quiz 3. It's going to be posted for you for Wednesday. You'll have plenty of time to take the quiz. Obviously, it's open book. I've got no way of making you try to do that with a closed book, and it wouldn't be necessary anyway. I want you to learn how to use the Little Seagull Handbook and use the manual